Hey, sleepy guts. Do me a favour and a little car, please.
Good morning. We've woken up in Silhouette Campground, which is in Glacier National Park, Canada, in the state of BC, in case you didn't know. That's our tent over there. We just woke up from that. Last night, our bed broke.
So last night, our inflatable bed that I bought for $50 off Amazon decided to give up the fight and deflate late last night.
I think our bed's broken.
It's actually...
Yeah, no, I think that's broken.
So we are sleeping on a giant blue blanket. Actually slept surprisingly well considering. It wasn't cold. My back does hurt a bit. I'm a 31-year-old woman. I can't be sleeping on a blanket on the ground. Look at the state of me.
Luckily, because we're car camping, we've got a big old duvet, and we actually had a really comfortable night's sleep. Dare I say, the best night's camping sleep both of us have ever had. Maybe it was all the campfire fun last night, who knows? Gonna make coffee, gonna sit, gonna enjoy the nature, listen to the birds, relax, and figure out what we're doing for today. Because we're not sure if we're gonna camp or we're gonna go home. We're probably only about 2 hours from where we live now. We're gonna sit and discuss, to be honest with you. I'll update you once we come to some sort of conclusion on the day. We invest in a second camping bug.
We're just scouring all trails to work out which trail to do today, because we're going to do a little hiking trail before we leave the area so that we can see some of it. So we're just, luckily we've got internet here, so we're just looking at all trails to find out which one to do, because we don't want to do like a really hard one. So we're still not entirely sure what the plan is, but I know that I need to pack down. So I'm going to pack all this crap up, get dressed, and I guess we'll work it out.
Morning again. So we've packed everything down, we've brushed our teeth, we're ready, we're dressed, we're as clean as we're going to get here in the campground, and we're going to go on a couple of little hikes around here. One is called Meeting of the Waters. It's only like 25 minutes, it's really short, but it looks like a nice little stroll along the river, which I'm up for. And we also saw one called Hemlock Grove Boardwalk, which, if you've been following along, apparently I really like boardwalks, and I've seen another one on the way here, which is about 5 minutes drive back the way we came, so we're going to do it. And then we're going to head towards Golden, and then we still don't really know what we're doing with our day, so let's just start there and see what happens, shall we?
You get to find out what we're doing in real time, because we have no idea. Let's go.
So this trail was actually at the end of the campground that we were already staying in, so it worked out perfectly for us because we weren't feeling anything too strenuous today. And it was actually really interesting. There used to be a railroad that went through here. Also extremely sad because there used to be a glacier, which is why people came, but the glacier completely melted, so now no one comes to look at the glacier. So interesting and also very sad. But yeah, you get to see the ruins of this old Grand Hotel that people used to come to back in the day. A little bit of history here in the Canadian Rockies.
Easy walk, very interesting actually, and this is a beautiful little view, and it's also a loop, we don't have to walk back on ourselves. Woo-hoo! So yeah, I definitely recommend it. This one, suitable for the whole family, very easy. We're just feeling kind of lazy today and not operating too big, so this is perfect.
So we've just finished that one over there where the two rivers met, and now we're doing a Hemlock Grove Boardwalk. Apparently it's only like 7 minutes or something. I think it's going to be very short, but it looks really pretty and green and mossy, and you know how Brenna feels about green and moss, and you know how I feel about mushrooms and boardwalks, so I think it's going to be a perfect stop for us. So we were driving down the road to go towards that boardwalk that we were talking about before, then I saw a sign for something called Rock Garden. And I guessed it would be easy, and I was correct once we got here. I looked on all trails, and it's like 0.6 of a kilometre. And I imagine there's going to be some nice big boulders and a nice little easy walk, so we're going to do that. But first, Brenna has to eat.
I didn't have any breakfast. Jason,
myself a little lost and ruined someone's photo shoot. Oopsie! We've just arrived at Hemlock Grove Boardwalk. Again, I think it's only like a 10-minute thing, but I really want to see it. I think it's a boardwalk. It looks like it's gonna be green and mossy. All of the fall colours are starting to come in. It looks really nice. It's feeling very fall-like. It's very wet and very cold today compared to like the rest of the week, so I'm excited to do it and get back in the car and be warm. This is one of the most diverse rainforest area in the whole of Canada, and in this part here it has more different trees than in any other province in this one particular area. It's a one-way trail. No smoking, no pets. The roots of the hemlock tree often grow on the outside of the tree because they start life as a tree stump. They grow from an old stump, which is why their roots are on the outside of a stump, because it's not their stump, someone else's stump. That make sense?
Yeah.
This is a western red cedar. I know this from the other boardwalk I did the other day.
Big old tree.
Very distinctive bark and size. Overall, I rate this 10 out of 10. Most informative walk I've been on.
We're back in the car. We are probably going to leave Glacier National Park now, and we're going to drive to Golden, which is just over an hour away, and I'm starving, so we're going to find some food.
We were driving along, we went down a steep downhill, and then I saw a sign that said Bear Creek Falls. And I was like, why not? So we pulled in. It says it's 15-20 minutes. We're going down 100 feet to look at the waterfalls. You can kind of hear it, and then back up again. There are some people who look like they're really struggling on the way up, though. I'm hoping that's because they're older and not good at hiking. Or we're in for a real challenge on the way out. You know, I'm going to find out, I guess. Let's go see if the falls are worth it. Actually more impressive than I thought it would be. Sometimes these things are kind of underwhelming, but I'm overwhelmed. We're just heading back to the car after looking at the falls, and let me tell you, they were actually very impressive. Sometimes these things are a little underwhelming. This wasn't. I definitely recommend this. Definitely going to be a bit of a slog to get out, but like a 10-minute slog, not like a 2-hour slog. So I'd say worth it if you're physically fit. There's also a lot of older gals doing it, so I don't think it's that tough. I'll let you know when I'm at the top. How about that? We're back in the car after doing the climb. Dun, dun, dun. It really wasn't that bad. We didn't even have to stop. It was just a one go all the way up for us. But I will say our hiking level was definitely half decent. So there was a lot of people who were like struggling. And there was a set of stairs. I didn't even think about it. But as I came up, there was a really, really cute old lady. And she said she got all the way to the stairs, but she couldn't make it down because there is a set of steep steps down with no rail. So if you're a bit uneasy on your feet, you might not like that. I definitely recommend hiking poles if you don't really like steep down. It's proper steps, but they were quite steep. I'm sure Brenna got a few clips of them. But yeah, overall, really good hike. I definitely recommend it. There is just a bit of a climb to come back up again. But you know, I'd say it was worth it. I would say it was definitely worth it. Hi, we've now arrived in Golden. That was quick for you, wasn't it? It was about an hour and 10 minutes for us. And we've decided we're going to have a spot of late lunch / early dinner here. Linner. We're going to have Linner. Forget brunch, it's all about Linner. And there's a Mexican place that I saw on TikTok and loads of people were talking about it, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. And Brenna just reminded me about it, so here we are. Let's go. I've ordered the halloumi avocado burrito because this is the one that I kept seeing everyone raving about online. And Brenna's gone for the beef asada burrito, and we're just going to go halvesies and share so we can both try them because we both wanted the same one, but you know, it's boring if you eat the same one, isn't it? So we like to do sharesies. And we've got a couple Coronas.
proper cheesy, it's meaty, crunchy. The sauce is good. Oh man. I recommend. I highly recommend. This chipotle dip was really spicy, and this is Danielle's. I finished Danielle's and I also finished my own, and now I'm crying. Don't mind me, that's just a white lady give you some spice.
If you're in town, you have to go there. You have to. No ifs, buts, maybes, go.
Are you sponsored?
Again, not sponsored. I paid that bill, 50 English pounds, $80 with tip.
Also, we're just going for a little walk around just to like move the food down, and there's this really cute little pedestrian bridge over the river, and the river's really like blue and milky, and that is definitely rain coming in. So I'm glad we're not camping tonight, because if you recall from earlier, our bed broke. So we can't camp tonight, but we only live like an hour and a half from here, so we're just going to drive home and then continue the trip tomorrow, because tomorrow's the last day. Oh yeah, that's rain. That rain's coming in.
So I can confirm that we definitely made the right decision by deciding to go home instead of camping, because it actually snowed and the temperature got really low. So no bed, and that would not have been fun. I think we'd have been pretty miserable, and we have an extremely exciting day planned for tomorrow. We're heading to Moraine Lake, and it may or may not be large season, so we'll have to see if we find any. So home we went, nice and warm, nice shower too. That was also very pleasant. See you guys tomorrow. I really want to see it. It looks nice.
Oh, sorry.
You may or may not have heard that, but I think Brenna might have had a little sneeze behind you there, so sorry about that.